Boil up your noodles. Always about 10 to 14 minutes. Drain and lightly rinse. Get your rinse and drain noodles into your bowl. And you know, they do tend to get sticky. Sometimes I immediately put a little bit of mayonnaise, I just call it mayo, on them. Keeps it from getting sticky. So let's do that. So look at that. It was just a little bit of mayo, little bit of a couple different mustards, and 1 round of some seasoning. Why not? And it keeps it from getting like gooey and stuck together. So that's just a little salt and pepper and a little bit of mustard, a little bit of mayo. We'll add more. I just squirted some mayo in there. Use your favorite mayonnaise. Okay, let's get this cooled down completely. Oh, I did put a squirt of relish, and I'm going to slice and dice up some sweet pickles as well. I'm going to do about 5 eggs, 4.5, because half of this will go, meaning half of one of these will go to my Tinker. My little 3-pound Chihuahua will want half. Always pour just a little bit, and I mean maybe teaspoon to a tablespoon of pickle juice into your macaroni salad, any salad, potato salad, that type thing. When you taste it, you will agree. Definitely get some of the strings off of your celery before you cut and chop it. Some green onion and white onion. Whatever you like in your salad, you go ahead and add. Let me know if there's something different that goes great. Okay, so our macaroni, the noodles, with stage 1 have been in the refrigerator for about a half an hour, I'd say. So let's chop up some celery, white onion, green onion, and pickle. Let's do it. Okay. Get those little strings, like I said, off of your celery. Cut them in 3s or 4s. Put them in a line and chop them up. How small do you like them? Nothing is perfect when I do it, but I make sure that there's a piece in every bite and not too big. So I might go back through it after I look. You know what I mean? You don't want a giant chunk. But then again, you know, if you like celery, it's all good. So go through and give a little fine chop. Looking good. I would say about, you know, 1/2 cup, 3/4 cup, your preference on that. Add it into our bowl. Get Mr. Pickle out of the way. Excuse me, Mr. Pickle. Okay. And then put that to the side. Let's get some white onion chopped. And you want this a little bit finer. I agree with you, but let's chop it up. Okay, that's about right size, but not too big. That's kind of overwhelming. I like onion, but you know, too much and too big isn't probably the best idea. And this little macaroni salad is coming along. And we're going to cut in. I'm trying to think if I want both of those green onions. It's not a ton of noodles. So let's start with 1. And I washed it and trimmed it up. We're going to put it right in here. And these kitchen scissors are the best. Cut everything up like this. Watch for this skin. You know what I mean? You don't want this whole bunch of the skin in there. So let's flip it around. And then I will toss that little bit of skin. My mom would say, "Are you kidding me? Put it in there," but bye-bye. It just kind of is too skinny. Skinny skin. Okay. Get these kind of diced up, not too big. And let's give her a little stir. See what we're looking at here. Everything is preference. You can tell just by looking. Oh gosh, man overboard. Come back. Okay. So definitely needs moisture. So let's get more mayo because I added enough mustard. So mustard I do about that much. And mayonnaise I had already done 2 big squirts earlier. So let's say half a cup of mayo to a half bag of noodles. Add a little more as you go. I put in a little pickle juice. I still have the eggs to chop up. And mustard, a tablespoon. Everything is your preference. And yes, this is old as the days, this Tupperware bowl. And it's hanging with me like a good friend. Okay, let's get these pickles chopped up. Get the eggs out and chopped up. Okay. I don't know, preference would be sour or sweet. I already put a little sweet relish in it, and I like all the different little chunks and flavors throughout. And I'm not a real big olive lover, but if you were going the olive route, I think I would do the sour pickle. Why, I don't know. It just kind of goes more so hand in hand. But we don't want so much in here that it takes away from the noodle. So let's get our eggs out. Okay, I think I'm going to do this freehand. And these eggs I boiled. I think they went on for about 12 minutes. And they look pretty good. Do you think so? And like I said, I'm going to save one or half or so for Tinker, my little dog. And just a little fun for her dinner time. And once you've peeled these, rinse them under cold water and then dry them off with a paper towel. Like I said, nothing needs to be perfect. It's just macaroni salad to go with dinner. If you want it to be absolutely beautiful, then don't cut this freehand like this, but this is how we're rolling. And it will be delicious. And you know what? No matter how many times I watch how to make the perfect hard-boiled egg, I always have a few wonky eggs that want to not peel nicely. And that's rude. Okay, let's save this little piece for Tink. Cut this half up. Tinker, little stinker. She's probably napping right now, or she'd be running in here. Okay, we're gonna give this a stir. Wiping off and washing up my hands. Okay, so this one we're going to put to the side, this little half egg for Tinker. Now, what I really like is pepper in macaroni salad, potato salad, but you have to do this in stages because this looks a little dry to me. And I'm going to put this in the refrigerator for about an hour and come back to it. And so this is what it's looking like. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit more pepper, just a little bit more salt, but not too much. A tiny bit of garlic salt, but like I say, not too much. A little bit, my squeaky cabinet of garlic powder and a little bit of onion powder. And you know what? Sorry about that. I need to buy celery salt, but not onion salt. I'm just doing that powder. So on those, it's just powder. Don't over salt, but believe me, you need flavor. So this is definitely going to need another round of mayonnaise, mustard, a little bit of pickle juice, or you can also add in a little bit of seasoned rice vinegar. Let me show you. I use this one, and you might love it. Should I 409 my cabinet here? Geez, that is a little much, okay? And I think we're good on salt. So anything else will just be a little bit more pepper maybe, but the chill will let it set and marry. I'll see you when this is done sitting for an hour or 2 hours, however long, while I get some other things done and come back to it. I told you I'd share some Maggie with you, Tinker. Good girl. That's my little Tinker. She doesn't help much, but she's a good friend and good little eater. Do you want to stir, Tinker? Nope. She just wants to eat. She says, wow, half of a hard-boiled egg is pretty much a meal. She'll eat again at about 5:30 or 6. Give her a little bit of just soft dog food. Adding in a little bit more seasoning and a little bit more mayo. Then I'm going to let it set again. It's tasting good. You could always put a little bit of paprika, a little smoked paprika. I've never really tried that directly into it, but I know it would be good. There she is. Clean it up. Put it into a nice serving bowl if you want, but this bowl is just going back in the fridge, and a nice tight lid on it. Looks good. Let's give it a taste, if I can find you. Okay. A little quick stir. Get a little bit of everything. It's actually going to need a little bit more mustard before I serve it, but it's good. A little bit more mustard, a little tiny bit more pickle juice. Yum. Thanks for joining Dana's Daily Doodles, and I will see you next time. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to be making, but it's going to be good. Thank you. You might think this is weird, but I think I figured out what it needs. It actually needs a little bit, I did say a little bit, of sugar. And Southern recipes, cooks, bakers, you know, all of us kind of say a lot of recipes need sugar. Not a lot, just a little bit. My mom did it in, you know, of course, spaghetti sauce, salad dressing, and it's not much. It's just a little bit, just to bring it up. I bet that'll do it. Okay, all done. Back in the fridge. Let it marry together. It needs to sit for a little bit. Thank you so much for joining Dana's Daily Doodles, and I hope you have a wonderful day.